Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name's Chris and it's fantastic to have you back with us for another video. And in today's video, we're going to dig into the possibilities that Bitcoin could go to zero. This has sort of come from the Bank of England through the BBC, but we have seen social media influencers talking absolute nonsense about this, as well as various other media outlets, right? So Nick and myself thought, you know what, today we'll do a video on this. We'll dig into everything Bank of England. We'll see whether this is something that we should be concerned or worried about, or whether it's just complete nonsense. So if you like this sort of content, mash that like button, support the channel, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications, and don't forget you can join us in Discord. Link is in the description. It's free to join. We've set up various different chat rooms at project level, so you can chat with like-minded individuals about the cryptocurrencies you love 24/7. So do check that out. We also have a Patreon. Again, link is in the description. We would love to have you as a member, and we can chat face to face through team-like meetings, doing our AMAs, which we do about 4 AMAs a week now, as well as dropping like price points, entries, exits, all that sort of wonderful stuff. So do check that out if that is your bag. Right, let's get down to the desktop. Let's first have a look at the market, then the Bank of England, and we'll wash up with my thoughts and opinions on whether this should be something that we're worried about. Okay, so we're at 2.15 trillion. So we were at 2.2 trillion earlier. Nick did a video this morning sort of articulating where we thought the market was heading. Do check that video out if you didn't check it out already. So lots of scary headlines like Bitcoin could be worthless, Bank of England warns. But we're going to sort of go to the BBC website. This is obviously where the Bank of England initially initiated the conversation about this. So we're sort of going to dig into this. I'm not going to read through the whole article. I'm going to try to keep it as short and punchy as I can. Basically, a lot of this lines up with what Nick and myself have been saying. Crypto is growing fast. We're starting to see some mainstream adoption. You've got the likes of crypto.com and various others doing lots of advertising now. So crypto is kind of in all the different sports these days. You've got Metaverse, you've got Facebook obviously changing their name to Meta, purchasing lots of gaming companies in the UK and various other parts of the world. I know this because I know people that now work for Facebook that have been working for gaming companies, so their gaming company has been bought out. So lots of this stuff happening in the background, right? Blockchain technology is the fastest growing technology in history. We've said this many times before, and this is basically what's being said here, right? So Sir John, he's a governor at the Bank of England, and he's saying that basically crypto assets pose a danger to the established financial system. Right now, let's sort of dig into this a little bit further, right? Only 0.1% of UK households' wealth is stored in cryptocurrencies or crypto assets currently, right? Based on data that the Bank of England hold. That's about 2.3 million people. And it's been established that the average amount per person is £300. So that is not going to impact the financial system negatively, like massively, right? Like the warnings sort of are portrayed. So as we've said, it's growing very, very fast. And people such as fund managers wanting to find it is growing very, very fast. With people such as fund managers wanting to know whether they should store part of their portfolio in crypto assets. He's also articulated, and this is where it all stems from, the prices are, they can vary considerably, and theoretically they can go or drop to zero, as he's put it here. So the point that is actually sort of being trying to be made here is it's growing really, really fast. We need regulations and we need them fast, because ultimately if crypto grows really, really fast and then it all drops and it's already integrated into the financial system, that will have a big effect. And that is what is you know, he's trying to articulate here. And he's saying we need to roll up our sleeves and we need to get, you know, this done as in regulations before it's a much bigger issue, right? And when it is a big issue, they will then have the frameworks, the regulatory frameworks to contain the risks. And that is what it's all about. It's all about containing risk. That's all this is about. So for me, it's not a big danger. But let's sort of go on further, right? Because we can have a look at Bitcoin, for example, right? The timing is always impeccable, right? They do this deliberately, I feel. So around here, right? So we've had this big drop down. Bank of England, you know, gets in contact with the BBC. Let's put something out, knowing that they're going to get headlines like this. Yeah, they did something very, very similar in May, 25th of May. If we have a look at the 25th of May, you know, it's here, right? Yeah, it's around here. Again, your big drop down. When do they do it? Here. You know, if you were really that concerned, you'd be doing it up here, right? They're doing it down here, okay? Very different in Germany. You know, savings banks are considering offering crypto services to customers. We've got this here. So Bank of England says Britain wants to front run rules on crypto. So the narrative should be from media, from influencers, that the UK is pro crypto. They want to be the front runners in getting the regulation done to harbour the fintech technology, right? We've also got a podcast here. I will link this in the description of the video. And this is from 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘, who was on a podcast. And again, it's very positive talk of basically decentralized platforms, protocols are the way to move forward, i.e. cryptocurrency, right? So it's all really, really positive stuff. We've got this here. So this is, you know, I just wanted to sort of throw this in here. This is a letter from the Bank of England that was sent to all the retail banks in the UK, talking about, you know, the rules or expectations these banks have when their firms are exposed to crypto assets, right? So again, it's the Bank of England trying to make sure that banks aren't offering crypto related services or products without all the safeguards in place to keep consumers safe. So for me, again, it's not that they're stopping or stopping banks from doing it. They got to make sure they've got the capital to back it up, and that is what's kind of being articulated here. This would be an avoidance of Britain's bankings gaining majority exposure to crypto assets without significant capital backing, right? And that is what it boils down to. It's putting safeguards in place. So ultimately, am I concerned about this news? This, you know, Bitcoin can go to zero. Bitcoin isn't going to zero. It's just not happening. You know, it's far too integrated. Institutions are, you know, getting into it. We've got ETFs, you know, potentially being set up in places around the world. Countries now adopting it as currency. It's far beyond going to zero, in my opinion. Obviously, none of this is financial advice. It's just my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. And I am really interested in your views and opinions. So do let me know in the comments below. But I did see a lot of this stuff, FUD, being sort of, you know, bandied around about the Bank of England. For me, it's about, you know, front running and getting ahead of the curve, getting the regulations that is going to harbour innovation in the UK and you know, set us up to do really well in the future. This is all part of a growing ecosystem or asset class that is, you know, starting to become more and more mature over time. We are still super early. 99.9% of UK households aren't in crypto yet. That is how early you are. So yeah, it's fantastic. We're lucky to be alive in this time of change, and you know, there's opportunity everywhere you look in crypto. So yeah, really excited to see what your comments, your views and opinions are. Do let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video. With that said, done, I'd like to take the time to thank you for watching today's video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.